So if you're a chiropractor and you want the most simple and effective marketing plan to explode your practice growth, then guess what? You've come to the right place. Sounds like a bold claim, but stick with me for a few minutes and I'll show you what I mean. Hey, what's going on? Yuri Elkaim here, founder and CEO of Healthpreneur. We help health practitioners fill and scale their practices by working a heck of a lot smarter instead of just harder, right? So I want to walk you through a really simple roadmap that I think you'll appreciate in the sense of its simplicity, because here's the challenge with business is that it gets more complex as it scales. And depending on when you're watching this, I don't know where you are in your business, but the reality is that if you start your business with a huge amount of complexity, it's only going to multiply over time. I've been in business now for 17 years. I built two very successful 7-figure companies, helped over 500,000 people to better health. And now over the past 5 or 6 years, helped more than 1,071 and counting practitioners build thriving practices. And the thing that I've recognized is entrepreneurs, if you're the visionary, you usually have a lot of ideas, right? We have a lot of ideas. And it's very tough to stay focused. We're almost like little kids when if you've got kids that have got 4 boys, walking them down the street sometimes on the sidewalk, like your goal as a parent is to just keep them on the sidewalk. It's kind of like that as business owners is we just have to stay on the sidewalk, because if we do, and we stay on the sidewalk long enough, we're going to get to the destination. So here's how I want you to think of this is 3 1s. Okay, 3 1s. So let's break this down. So first is we have 1, and this is going to ruffle a few feathers, okay? 1 target market. But wait, Yuri, I can help so many people with back pain, knee pain, neck pain, migraines. That's great. And here's the distinction I'm going to make with that. I'm not saying you have to stop doing that. You can certainly help people that fall into your lap with those issues. What I am saying though is that if you want to proactively market your business, which you absolutely should, because relying on word of mouth and walk-ins is not a business plan, then you have to be able to select a single target market, and I'll tell you why. I call this the 3 M's, and this is the essence, the foundation of any effective marketing. At the very first thing we have is the market. Who is the single target market you want to help? And the reason you have to identify the single target market is for the next M, which is this. What is the message? What is the messaging you're going to put out into the world that is going to speak to that market? Because when you connect your message with the markets, you get people that are like, oh, this guy understands me, or this girl understands what I'm going through. She or he must be the person that can help me solve this. And that's very challenging to do when you try to help everyone. Once again, you don't have to change everything in your practice. You don't have to blow up your website. What I am saying is if you're proactively going to market, run ads, for instance, direct mail, whatever it is you want to do, you have to first and foremost identify who this is going to be shown to. And if it's going to be shown to people with back pain, then guess what? Your message should be specific to back pain. I think it makes sense, right? And the third component here is, what is the magic? The magic is the offer. What is it that you're going to offer people that is going to get them out of their chair, off the couch, out of their house, away from the office to get into your clinic when they have other options, including doing nothing? So your offer needs to be so compelling that people are willing to go out of the norm of doing what they're currently doing and go out of their way to come see you instead of somebody else. And I'll tell you this, I mean, all three of these are missing in most businesses that we help. But the magic and the message are extremely important and very, very challenging for most people on their own to figure out. That's why people hire us, because we're amazing at doing this stuff. But nonetheless, you have to figure out, what is the offer? How do I get someone into my clinic to get, like, just to start the relationship? And what is the messaging that's going to connect with them? But in order to connect with them, I need to identify who I'm speaking to. And if I try to help everyone, I end up helping no one. Does that make sense? So this is super important. So we identify one target market and we go deep with them. When, again, proactively marketing. Okay, we're not just saying, like, let's sit at the clinic and hope people walk in. Listen, like, if it happens, it doesn't matter what your messaging is; they'll just come in anyways, right? But I think you're here because you understand you can't build a reliable business doing that stuff. It's ridiculous. Most practitioners, or many practitioners, are successful in spite of themselves. They get busy because they get a couple people come in, and then they talk about word of mouth and referral people coming. That's great, but again, it's not a sellable asset. It's not a business that, if you were ever to get outside investment, which I do not recommend you do, but if you did, no one would ever lend you the money because you don't have a business, right? You have a hope and pray type of machine. It's not even a machine. It's just, it's a four-wall clinic that people happen to fall into. Anyways, I'll get off the soapbox. So the next thing is, as I mentioned here, is we need to think about one funnel or offer. And as I said, if you have a number of modalities and services at the clinic, let's say you offer massage and so forth and so on and whatever, awesome. But what I'm saying is, when you actively take the reins of your marketing and you are putting a message into the marketplace, you can't have this and this and this. And I mean, you can, but again, it's going to come back to complexity. If you have 5 different offers, come in for this free assessment and this spinal analysis and this thing and this free orthotic thing and this. Try managing that, right? It's impossible. And I use the Bruce Lee quote all the time, which is, I fear not the man who does 10,000 kicks once. I fear the man who does one kick 10,000 times. That's what we want to do here, is we need to go deep. We need to master one thing and do it really, really well. And the key to making all this work is you do not do anything else until you crack $1 million in revenue. Now, I know that's a bit of an arbitrary number, but I say $1 million in revenue because you can grow, and I've seen this multiple times, a $1 million, multiple $1 million business with one target market and one offer. Let me give you an example. So one of our clients, Ryan, is a chiropractor, and he was on the verge of going out of business. 2019, November 2019, $40,000 in debt, on the verge of just calling it a day. And 9 months later, with our help, they now do $2 million per month. That's a $26 million run rate, probably even more. And you might be thinking, how on earth are they doing that in a clinic? Well, the reality is they're actually not. They pivoted to doing virtual care because they saw the opportunity there. And they also were very, very good at helping a single target market, which was women with Hashimoto's. And they had one coaching program that would help those women get better. And then that's where they went deep. And now they're, looking back, it's like, holy cow, right? And that's the power of focus. And I'll tell you that one of the mistakes that I made in my business early on was I did everything. I had too many things going on. I was helping everyone and anyone. And I didn't know this stuff back then. That's why I'm sharing this with you. It's like, I hope you can take this to heart and recognize that simple is effective, right? The amateurs, when I speak with business owners, a really simple way I can identify whether or not they're successful in business a lot of times is those who are struggling, or those, they're kind of just getting started, are those people who are juggling 3 different things. And then they have a side hustle, right? It's too much. No human can do that. But the people that are very successful are the ones that have just done one thing and done it really, really well. And if you think about the world of health professionals, does a specialist get paid more than a generalist? Yeah, we know the answer is yes, right? Brain surgeon gets more money than a general practitioner. Sport chiropractor probably more well sought out than a general chiropractor for instance, the Olympic team, right? Stuff like that. So it's super important to specialize. And the fear a lot of times is, well, I'm going to alienate a lot of people. Yeah, you will, but you're also going to attract the exact people that you know you can help at the highest possible level. And the reality is you can't help. I live in Toronto, 7 million people. I can't help 7 million people, but I can probably help several thousand, just like you can. And so either way, just based on volume, you're going to alienate people. But if you understand who you can get the best outcomes for and focus there and go deep on that, then you simplify your business. You become the go-to person for that specific issue or problem. And now when you're able to proactively market what you do, people see your stuff all over the place. And when they think of problem X, they think of you. It's almost like you occupy a drawer in the chest of drawers in their mind, right? We have chest of drawers. We think of, okay, here's the sock drawer. Here's the underwear drawer. Oh, here's the back pain drawer. It's Dr. So-and-so. And that's what you want to do. And that's what good marketing does. And that's what an effective and simple marketing plan does for your business. So I caution you to not go down the rabbit hole of like, I need this really elaborate 25-page business plan and all these MBA students or grads to do this. Like, no, like it's ridiculous. I've never created a business plan. Actually, that's not true. I did when I first started my first business because I thought I needed one. And I spent so many weeks building this business plan, took it to the bank because I thought I needed a loan, only for them to tell me that they couldn't give me a loan because I was just starting my business. It was ridiculous. And now I'm like, just blow it up, right? Take a bazooka and just fire the missile at that thing because it is so stupid to do stuff like that. What you need is clarity. That's all you need. You need clarity about who you're going to serve, what is you're going to offer them, and focus on doing that. That's it, right? Now, it obviously helps if you know what you're doing and you have the right guidance, the right plan to follow. And listen, if this is making sense for you and you'd like our help to help you put a customized game plan, if you will, into your specific situation, then we'd be delighted to help you. And here's how we can do so. Below this video, there should be a link. If you click on that, it'll take you over to a page where you can book in a free practice growth session with one of our practice growth specialists. And this is a 45-minute free consult where we will get on the phone with you and have a really deep dive understanding and look at where are you right now? Where do you want to go? Why are you not there? What are the obstacles? What are the challenges? What are you not aware of? And then based on everything we find, we will put together a customized game plan with you for your specific situation to move you forward, to help you get clarity, to help you get momentum. And the reason we offer this for free is because we don't know each other, right? It's just the best way of adding value to you and being of service. And then the second reason is we understand a percentage of people we speak with, assuming they qualify to work with us, will want our help to help them install these systems and strategies into their business. And we're not an agency, just so I'm clear, but we would work together to help you take the reins of the marketing and business skills necessary to move your business from where it is to where you want it to go. And if that's something you'd like, then again, the link to booking your session is just below this video. Go ahead and click it now, book it in. We have limited spots available every single week. So do so while this is top of mind. And I want to thank you for taking the time for watching this. Hope you found it helpful. If you have, remember to subscribe to the channel because I've got tons of other videos to help you get more patients, grow your practice, and just really build a better business and live a better quality of life in the process. So thanks so much for joining in. I'm Yuri. I'll see you soon. Bye.